some of the most amazing music as well as some of the most difficult music that I've ever had to play.
What a challenge it was to play the Octavision stuff.
Definitely one of the most challenging stuff I ever recorded.
It challenged me though, it really, really challenged me.
But I loved the challenge of doing it.
I was very excited with how the whole thing sounded and how the whole thing came together.
One of the challenges was having to work remotely, which ultimately didn't work. We soon realized being in the same room together gave us a more dynamically creative workflow, and the results speak for themselves.
Well, saying challenging is not saying anything really, because it was way beyond that. But I had a very strong faith. It took me 10 years, but we finally did it. I started writing the music about 10 years ago, and I knew it's gonna be hard to bring everything to life. But honestly, I wasn't realizing that it's gonna be this hard. To me, Octavision is unique in a few ways. Obviously, my goal as a composer was to write music that will be unique musically and sonically in the first place. Being unique is a priority for me, yes. So a big part of the idea was to work with some of the most unique musicians with their signature tone and style of playing, who are also great human beings, because that's very important to me. And I can say that I'm blessed to have this team of musicians because they are just amazing, like unbelievably humble and nice people. The scales and modes are a little bit different. I have used some Armenian and Middle Eastern folk instruments, such as Blul and kanun, which were never heard before in any prog or metal context. So that ended up sounding really interesting, I think. It was hard and challenging, yes. Well, saying challenging is not saying anything really, because it was way beyond that. But I had a very strong faith. It took me 10 years, but we finally did it, without any label being behind us. And I think we did it in the most professional way that's possible. Octavision is who I am. It's my personality, it's my spirit, and it's how I live my life. Just like any other musicians, my dream was to be in a world-class band. So instead of being in someone else's band, I decided to work hard, really hard, and create my own. And I am blessed to work with musicians who I grew up listening to and learning from a lot.
Octavision. Wow. That's some of the most amazing music as well as some of the most difficult music that I've ever had to play. I love the music, I love the sounds, the musicians. It's great, I'm honored to be on it. Sheehan, a lot of my friends, Hovak, the drummer, incredible.
What a challenge it was to play the Octavision stuff. A beautiful challenge, actually. I love it when things are a little bit difficult and you have to really dig deep and figure out a way to play a string of notes that are way out of your range. I grew up with the major scales, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, I think. And Hovak, his heritage is quite different. So great to be exposed to that kind of way of doing scales and intervals that is, to a lot of people's ears, quite exotic, and it was to mine.
But difficult music, my goodness. Why did he call me to play that stuff? That's hard. I'm an old man. No, but all seriously, I love the music. It was difficult to play, but great music, and as you see, people love it.
With Octavision, I had to practice the hell out of it. I had to write the charts. I had to work on every little detail in the song. It's almost like performing classical music, you know, it's not just a regular rock and roll song to play. It was a very exciting process.
I drew parallels between classical and progressive rock music because the possibilities were endless. And because I'm also a music producer, I'm often experimenting with mixing genres in my work. So I accepted Hovak's offer with great pleasure.
It challenged me, though. It really, really challenged me. You know, people are always saying to me, well, I didn't know you play metal or you know, prog, progressive metal or rock or anything like that. And, you know, to me, music is music. To me, music is really not about music. It's about, you know, creating a feeling. And Octavision definitely does that. You feel something when you listen to the music. It's
a different set of notes and intervals, and scales are different. And it goes by really quick, too. So you got to snap to it.
Totally crafted. It's like listening to movie music, but movie music that you pay attention to, that you can really feel, you know, because it goes through these modes, it goes through these moods, you know, and I like it.
A lot of Armenian and Middle Eastern scales and modes were used in this project. I found that to be very interesting, unique, and rarely utilized in progressive rock music.
Mixing genres is the key, I think. You know, bands are afraid of mixing genres, or they do it and it doesn't work for some reason. Here in Octavision, it works perfectly. You know, I'm a big folk music fan, and I grew up listening to Sepultura and bands like that. So when I heard folk music mixed with progressive rock so tastefully, I thought it's brilliant, and it truly touched my heart, and not everybody can pull that off.
To me, you know, playing metal, playing prog or whatever, it's like speaking a different language. We're all saying the same stuff. We're just doing it in our different way, our different accent. You know, and Hovak has his own way of saying things, and I love it. He has his own way of saying it, and it's beautiful. He does it, it's different. For me, it is different, but it's still music. And so I was happy to get to put my little accent on his music. So Hovak, thank you for allowing me to be a part of Octavision.
My hope is that the listeners will appreciate and enjoy the work that we've done. And we hope to see you out on tour very soon.
I really love the way some of the things sound on this record. I'm very pleased to be joined by Jessica Soto, who I play with in Sons of Apollo, and my dear friend Victor Wooten, who is just so awesome and so wonderful. We did a couple of these tracks at Victor's studio, so it was great to have him around. I think people will enjoy it very, very much. It comes from the heart, and it has depth and meaning, and that's all I can say at this point. Just listen and enjoy.
I'm honored. It's a great project, and I'm happy to play a part.
I got the invitation from Hovak to collaborate and co-write 2 songs. And he let me be me, which was great. He kind of gave me the themes, the titles, or even what the music was reflecting the themes should be about or could be about. And I went from there. He let me arrange and write the way I normally do. When I hear a piece of music, it kind of dictates to me what the melodies and the actual theme or lyrics are going to be about. So that being said, I was able to do what I do and how I do it, and it seemed to work really well to be on a project alongside with my partner in crime, Billy Sheehan from Sons of Apollo, and of course Victor Wooten. They're just fantastic company to be part of Octavision here, and I can't wait to hear the whole record. It's from the 2 songs that I'm actually a part of. I'm very intrigued and very interested. I'm kind of new to the prog world. Sons of Apollo is truly my only kind of dabbling into the prog side of things. So to be a part of this now, it's kind of adding to that resume of progressive music. As I said earlier, I approach it with the idea that the music dictates where it's going lyrically and melodically. And I didn't want to plagiarize anything that I've already done in the past, and that's probably the hardest part. The two songs that I did with Octavision were very, very cool. I mean, when I first heard the earlier versions of them, even before Billy Sheehan put his bass to them, I was very excited with how the whole thing sounded and how the whole thing came together. And of course, listening to the bits where I was going to be putting my voice to, it was exciting to write a song like Coexist. Again, I got the kind of concept and theme from Hovak as to what he wanted the actual lyrics to say and mean, and the same with the other song.
We follow every little turn, but still we're left confused.
It was a great process doing it together. As I said, Hovak let me be me. He was very accepting of the things that I was bringing to the table, and it was a very easy process, and I think we could actually work together in some more stuff in the future. I hope so. I really had a great time working on these two songs, and I can't wait to hear the rest of the album. I can't wait for you to listen to the rest of the record.
I want to thank each and everyone for your loyalty and your patience. I know it's been a while, but I hope that you guys will appreciate and enjoy the music. So here we go.
Octavision. Check it out. We rock. Octavision.